of the NFL on EA Sports. The Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Seattle Seahawks. Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Here come the Bengals now to take over. And a glance at the tall signal caller, standing 6'6".
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
The tackle by Jeff Okudah. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 2.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Taken down.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Open man is Higgins. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Open man is Stewart. It's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 33. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10, down at the 33. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Barnes. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 10 more there and another first down.
Okay, I'm not so great at math. I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback, or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump them off of their routes, chip away at their timing so things aren't as precise as they've been so far in this game?
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Gain of a yard.
Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
So first and goal from the 9-yard line.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17.
Quarterback taken down and sacked.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on first and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Big play coming here. It's third and goal.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
The quarterback sacked. A fumble on the play.
Now Lutz for the field goal drive. This officially a 55-yard attempt. No score after one on EA Sports.
Will Lutz on for the field goal. A 55-yard attempt.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt.
Bengals 3.
So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
It's like you're going negative on it.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3's just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
Some space here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
A gain of 13
He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, English. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A big play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, trying to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
They'll run. This is Camaro. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Alvin Kamara.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Now the Bengals on third down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. It's a first down following a gain of 3. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score.
48-yard line.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Intended for Kenny Galladay. Incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down. Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks add on to their lead.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half. And now to give us momentum going into the 2nd half, give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the 2nd. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. on third down. Here's Kamara. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
A loss of a yard. It's fourth down.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. And right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
English's pass.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
A 7-yard pickup.
Operating from the gun. English.
At the 42-yard line.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
Touchdown, Seattle.
So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And a short kick taken at about the 16.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here.
It's caught at the 10, and he is down deep into Seattle territory. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway.
This will make it into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
So here are the Seahawks ready to take over on offense. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now beginning this drive first and 10. From the gun, English. And a little floater there is incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Second and 10 at the 22-yard line.
So after the incompletion, second and 10 from the 22.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
Wilson on the tackle.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Operating from the gun, English. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A big play there. 67 yards. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25.
Carlson set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Takes this about 5 yards deep, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here, up to the 34. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. A 10th carry for Kamara, and he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Intercepted.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd.
So 2nd and 10, 3rd quarter. Thanks for tagging along with us here from the Queen City of Cincinnati. From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And that will be incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line.
At their own 30.
Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they get in trouble? And he's taken down.
Taken down and sacked. Brought down back at the 31-yard line.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
It's been a long day for you. Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat.
Well, man, open down the middle of the field. They'll wind up getting 10 back there, as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. Certainly not what they wanted there. No gain, and it's 4th down. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15.
He's brought down at the 15.
3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends.
With the score, Seahawks 28, Bengals 3.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to have the first down as he's marked down just shy of the 20. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. There he goes right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
Number 15.
A big play there. 81 yards. And the Seahawks are running away with this one. And that touchdown reception is the 5th for him in this game, and that ties the NFL record.
And a record that's held up since 1950. This is another person that's tied it, but think about this. Bob Shaw said it in 1950. Kellen Winslow came along and tied it. And then, of course, Jerry Rice tied it as well. And finally, we're seeing it here one more time. Phenomenal.
Set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Cincinnati set to take over once again. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
1st and 10.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. This pass complete to Higgins. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
It's a gain of 7.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now it's Kamara in the passing game. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 and enemy territory. 11 yards there, 1st down. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. That catch good for only a couple.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the Seahawks 42-yard line.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. Watch the run.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
Alvin Kamara. It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd.
Bengals on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll look to throw here on first down.
He'll get this one underneath to Kamara.
That catch good for only a couple. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert. Open man is Galladay, complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
On the Seahawks 9-yard line.
2nd and 2. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Back to throw again. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. And he gets it to go to make this a 35-10 score now. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it ends with a Bengals score. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback.
The Seahawks again now ready to take over on offense. And they hope to polish things off. And what a run they are on as they try to turn a 6-game win streak into a 7-game win streak. From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
By number 20, Jair Alexander on the tackle. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second.
So the victory here for Seattle. And this not always an easy proposition, Charles. You had a West Coast team that traveled east, but they got the job done.
And there's so much that goes into it because your body time and your body clock different from what you're used to west, because if you go east, you're going to lose up to 3 hours, right? So is your body going to be awake when it's time to play? A lot of teams actually rehearse it. They practice it. Maybe the week of the game, they move everything up to that time frame so guys get used to doing it that way.
I knock them down to their cold cases. Marathon run, I'ma slow pace it. They did not want me to go places. Foil plans like the gold place. And if we pulling up with the whole squad, are you ready? Done told y'all that you better be running. I'm in my go yard. When I walk in, I know y'all telling me nothing. Tell a man, sucker if y'all in denial. I get the chip on the boy, you stop it, quiet. If it's new, I done got it. See my jewels, shining, shining. White diamonds, Miley Cyrus. Private jet, private pilot. Look at me, stylish, stylish. Masterpiece, body. Hey, I don't know no better. I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy. I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming. I could barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone. Stop calling me little bro. I got mileage on me. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on it. Yeah, more action and no talk. I went quiet on him. Walked say your wild nonsense. We got momentum, don't try to stop it. Diamonds are clearer than my conscience. I don't let bygones be bygones. That's when I'm honest. Penthouse building, reach heaven's heights. Nah, that's what you call a God complex. Remember the days I was down low when it was out cold, but I went out and got it. Look at my milestones, man, it feel like the Dow Jones when you look at my pocket. Look at the flex. Whipping the Teslas. I'm a mess, but it's all a finesse. Boy, you stop it, quiet. If it's new, I done got it. See my jewels, shining, shining. White diamonds, Miley Cyrus. Private jet, private pilot. Look at me, stylish,